Hello and welcome. In this video we are going to create a function that is going to generate a random string in PHP. So let's get started. So we're going to create a function called generate random string. Okay. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a pool of characters from which we are going to pick characters at random. So let's say I'm going to put all the alphabet in there. And I'm going to also put the numbers in there. Yep. Okay. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to let's say that we're going to hardcode length here. So let's say we want a character, a string of length 10. Okay, and so let's create it. Create a loop. So let's say for I equals 0, I is less than 10, and I plus plus. And now we're going to get characters out of the string at random. So in order to do that, we're going to use the rand function in PHP. So so what it does is it takes two numbers and it returns you a number between those two numbers at random. Okay, so we want to from 0 to till the end of this string. So we want an index, essentially a random index that is between 0 and, if we select all of this, so you can see there are 36 characters, right? So we want a number between 0 and 35. Okay, so in order to do that, what we can do is we can pass in 0 and 35, or we could use strlen function, which is going to get the length but it's going to be from the strlen is going to return 36, so we need to subtract 1 from this so it doesn't go out of bounds. So you can say this is the index, and what we want to do now is we want to create a variable here which is going to contain the return value. Let's call it retval, and so we want to append those characters in there. So we'll say pool index, right? We could just put this expression in there, but I think it's better to, it's more readable this way. So in the end we're going to have the string, so let's return that retval, and let's put the return type here because I like to do that. Okay, so now let's call generate random string and let's echo it out. Right, so if we run it, okay, so this is the string we get. Now if we refresh it, it's going to be a different string every time. Okay, now let's make some modifications to it and add some parameters so we can control how it works. Let's say that we want to have a length that we want to pass here. So if we pass 15, it gives us 15 characters, and if you pass 20, and if you don't pass anything, it should give us a string of 10 characters, right? So let's bring the len variable here, and let's give it a default value of 10, right? And let's remove this. So if we refresh now, it's still going to work the same way that it was working before. Okay, but now if we pass something here, like say 15, or let's say 100, oh, so I hard-coded this here, so we weren't using the len variable, so I'm sorry about that. So let's refresh, and now whatever length we are going to pass is going to generate a random string of that length. Now another thing that we can do is we can make it case sensitive. So right now it's case insensitive, it's only going to return small characters, but what we can do is we can add a boolean here. So we can say boolean case sensitive, and by default it could be false, right? And we can say that if is not case sensitive, then then we want this pool And if it is case sensitive, if we pass through there, then we want a pool that has capital letters too. WXYZ, okay. And since we're using this str len on pool, so that is going to work out fine. Alright, so let's try it again. Okay, so right now it's going to work the way it was working before. Let's bring that back to, let's say, 15, and let's say true here. Okay, and now let's refresh, because now it contains capital letters and lowercase letters. Okay, but if we change it to false, then it's only going to give us lowercase letters. So this is how you generate random string in a PHP. So I hope you like it and find it useful, and please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.